You have had some kind of brushing with vaping, whether you do it or you know someone who does it or you've just seen someone do it walking down the street. According to Benia in 2019, 20.8% of high school students vape and 4.8% of adults ages 18 to 34 vape. And that shows a very large increase in just to recent use. And especially with the younger generation, that shows a huge problem because they're going to carry it into adulthood with them. And it'll follow them with other generations. Today, I've done a lot of research into the marketing techniques used by vaping, the side effects and long-term effects of vaping, and also, the prevalence of vaping. Let me start off with the marketing of vaping. So I'm sure all of you have seen how it's a harmless alternative to smoking, or it's fun, easy to use, all these little dumb flavors, and ease of use, concealment, and all that good stuff. And I'm sure you've also seen the numerous health professionals and government officials warning you about the dangerous effects of vaping. And this different mixed signals can be very confusing for people to actually get a good read on what vaping is. Farrell's study in 2019 says that given brand messaging, traditional media, and government information that inform consumers' opinions and decisions about products, policymakers must question how consumers form an understanding of e-cigs given the variability of public information. And this variability of public information is specifically geared towards teens and young adults. I don't know, some of you may have followed the news, but Trump imposed a ban on e-cigarettes in the United States. But after receiving pushback from Juul and tobacco companies, he might exempt mint and menthol from this ban, citing the fact that they are adult flavors. And Weichsel's article in 2019 attacks that idea, saying that the idea that mint and menthol are adult flavors is ridiculous, as that children use mint toothpaste and menthol is used to mask the harsh taste of nicotine, making it easier for kids to get hooked. And something that is easy for kids to get hooked on is obviously something you don't want kids to have access to very often. But actually Brown University says in 2019 that minors are able to access these products easily both from brick and mortar shops and online. And when it's something that they can get so easily, it makes it much more of a problem. Remember how I said that 28.8% of teens vape? Actually, O'Neill in 2019 points out the rate of vaping among U.S. high school students rose from 1.5% to 20.8% in just a year, which is 220,000 students to 3.05 million students in about a year. And that's a very alarming increase, and from what we know, that will only continue to rise at the level it is. And this has also shown a decrease in smoking, and that can be due to the fact that more people have taken up vaping, and also due to the fact that the stigma around smoking is something that wasn't there 45 years ago. Seligman in 2019 points out that the percentage of adolescents experimenting with cigs, even one puff, has decreased significantly from 70% in 91, 58.4% in 03, to finally 28.9% in 2017. And this decrease in smoking and increase in vaping is because their kids are being told that it is a harmless alternative, something that they can do for fun and won't have any effects. But as I'll talk about later, it's not necessarily less dangerous, it's just a different kind of danger. But smoking is a problem that needs to be solved. It's something, Langworth points out our desperation in 2019 by saying, smoking remains a leading cause of preventable death and disease worldwide, and its effects kill about 480,000 Americans a year, making finding ways for people to quit a matter of compelling interest. He also goes on to talk about in his article about advocates for vaping are funded by tobacco companies and Juul companies. Basically what their job is to spread the good news of vaping to kids and young adults, and to silence those who talk about the negative effects of vaping, and that is their one profession. In these arguments that the two sides have, one case that was brought up was an 18-year-old man with recurrent spontaneous pneumothoraxis, and what I found out by researching this was it seems to be like a tightness of air outside and around the lungs and diaphragm that causes sharp stabbing pains in their side. And the only thing that he told the doctors he did was vape regularly. He had never experimented with cigarettes. He had smoked pot on occasion a handful of times in his life, and he had never even chewed tobacco, which led many doctors to believe that vaping was the cause of these chest pains. There have even been reports of fatality. The same study done by O'Neill in 2019 says that currently 26 deaths as a result of a vaping-related illness have been confirmed in 21 states, and 1,299 cases of severe lung illness have been reported. And that's nowhere near smoking numbers as of right now, but this is also a much newer problem than smoking is. And with the rate that it is rising and the fact that it is already reporting fatalities shows a very dangerous problem, especially for years to come. And I believe this is a subject that translates to all three pillars of MSU, but one particular pillar I'll be talking about is community engagement. MSU's website says that community engagement allows students to branch out and see the world through a different lens. The whole problem with vaping right now is that we as a society see it through the wrong lens. We're constantly being told about how it is something that is harmless, fun, easy to use, and we don't really see it for what it is, as something that is potentially extremely dangerous, even fatal. It is highly addictive, and it is especially attacking the youth and young adults, and is something that they can get very easily. So hopefully after I've talked to you about the marketing tactics used to attack and harass the kids, and the side effects of vaping and potential long-term effects of vaping, and also the growing prevalence as we see more and more high schoolers slowly turn to vaping. Hopefully you realize that it's not something that you should take lightly or take the risk of using. Thank you.